Hey, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some potato salad. Potato salad reminds me of summertime. Family gatherings, birthday parties, 4th of July. This is a side dish that you can make a lot of it and feed your family. Now let's go over our ingredients. Potato salad is really easy to make and you don't need a whole lot of ingredients. First you will need about 4 pounds of russet potatoes, a half of a red onion chopped. Now the only reason why I'm using red onion is because I'm using it for the color. If you have just regular white or yellow onion, that will work just as good. We are also going to be using 2 to 3 celeries, 3 to 4 pickle spears cubed up. We will also need 6 large eggs. Now for the secret ingredient. It's not so secret. This is actually just a recipe that my family's been making for many years. This is actually my mother's potato salad. If you don't have Miracle Whip, you can actually just add a little bit of milk and some sugar into your mayonnaise. Now for the mayonnaise, mustard, and the Miracle Whip, I kind of eye that. I just go by scoops, so just keep that in mind. I go by the texture of how the potato salad looks. Other than just those ingredients, I have a little bit of smoked paprika. This is going to add a nice smoky flavor to it. Also some cayenne to give it some kick. Other than that, all you need is just salt and pepper to taste. In a pot, we're going to be adding in our potatoes. And we're also going to be adding in our eggs. Now we just need to fill our pot with some water so that way we can submerge everything underneath. Now we're going to boil our potatoes and our eggs. The potatoes are actually going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook once you get it boiling. Now that the water has came to boil, we're going to be covering it with the lid, reduced to medium heat, and we're going to let it cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. You'll notice after about 25 minutes that your potatoes are going to be nice and tender. Now you don't want to overcook them because you do not want mashed potatoes. We still want these potatoes a little firm. How you want it to feel is you just want to be able to easily press a fork through your potato. Now that these are fully cooked, I'm actually going to strain these in a strainer and we're going to give it an ice bath. Now in a separate bowl, we're going to place our potatoes and our eggs in there. To speed up this process, we're going to just use some ice because these potatoes are piping hot and we want them to cool down. Now pour in about 4 cups of water into the bowl. Now that we have our potatoes in an ice bath, we're going to let them hang out for about 25 to 30 minutes. This process you kind of want to do ahead of time because you don't want to be rushing this. You actually want this cold. If you can do this the day before, you can actually boil the potatoes and the eggs, let them come to room temperature when they're done, and you can also put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight. Now that we have everything cooled, we're going to go ahead and start assembling our potato salad. Now to start off, we're going to need to remove the yolk from our eggs. All we're going to do is slice them in half, remove the yolks, and place that into a bowl. Now that we have all the yolks out, we're going to be chopping our eggs. Just cut them into little chunks, that's all you need. Now that we have our potatoes chilled, all we have to do is remove the skin. And since they're already cooked, it's really easy to do. All you do is just peel the skin off. Now after tediously peeling your potatoes, we're going to be dicing up in cubes. Now you can make this as big or as little as you want. I think I'll probably go about right there. You want a good bite to it. With our egg yolks in our bowl, we're going to be adding in about 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and 1/4 cup of Miracle Whip. Like I said, I eye this. Now we'll add about 1 tablespoon of mustard. One tablespoon of smoked paprika. And about 1 to 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. This is going to add a little kick. Now season with salt to taste. Just add a couple pinches and then we'll check on it. Get a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. And finally about 1 teaspoon or 2 of garlic powder. Now let's mix everything together. Now that we have most of our egg yolks smashed and everything incorporated, we're going to be checking for a little bit of seasoning. That's good. Season to taste. If you feel it needs a little bit of salt, add a little bit more salt to your preference. It's a little sweet, Little heat, I think it's gonna go pretty good with this potato salad. So now, get our bowl of chopped potatoes and our eggs. Now we're gonna add in our onion, pickles, and celery. Now for the rest, add in our little dressing. Now just to marry all these flavors together and get it all mixed up. Now that we've got everything mixed up, our potato salad is done. After all that, now we can finally taste it. This is a recipe that I grew up with, and like I said, this reminds me of summer. Cheers, y'all. Fresh, just a classic potato salad. The textures and the flavors are just phenomenal. You get a little bit of heat from the cayenne, you get the freshness from the onion, the celery, and the dill pickles, and then the softness, the creaminess from the potatoes. Some really, really good stuff. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. Now I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful and take care.